Hi Leo, welcome to your reason, season, or lifetime reading. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below. Cards everywhere. All right. We had true love and love endures. Just saying. Everything just sliding away here. Spend some quality time together. Okay, so this could be talking about restoring a relationship that might be sort of not a priority right now. Maybe your partner's feeling like you two don't do enough together. These have been shuffled off camera. And just am doing it again because it's habit. All right, so for Leo, reason, season, or lifetime for Leo. Okay, so bottom of the deck energy is strength reversed. Maybe you're having your doubts about this relationship. Maybe you have doubts about yourself, like that's something that you've been dealing with for quite a while, is being able to feel secure. Or just doubting yourself, wondering if you're doing the right thing, the right way, that sort of thing. Maybe it's about having integrity and compassion in a situation versus being stubborn and proud. That could be something you're dealing with you or your partner. All right, so we've got Nine of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Ace of Swords reversed, the Fool reversed, the Tower reversed, Three of Swords reversed, Temperance, the Magician reversed. Gosh, a lot of heavies. Four of Cups reversed. All right, so give me a minute here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 heavies out of 10, right? Yeah. So this is a pretty significant relationship. Things are stable and secure right now for you. This is you by yourself. So if you are still connected and in a relationship, you are very unto yourself. That might be what this is talking about, that you're doing what you want. Even though you're in a relationship, you're still doing what you want. You come first, and it can't be that way. You have to marshal both parts of yourself, the human and the animus, so to speak, or the that instinctive part of you, your intuition and your logic. The humanity and the spirit world need to be aligned. That's pretty big, tall order for what I'm trying to interpret, meaning you can't let one rule. There's what's that story again? Inside every person, I think a grandfather was telling their grandson, inside every person there is an animal and that person's soul, or monster or whatnot. And the little boy asked, well, which one ends up winning? Because you're always at war, right? And the grandfather said, whichever one is fed. So yeah, that got way off the reservation there. Sorry. Point being, there needs to be balance. There needs to be balance between what you want, what the other person wants, or your desires and needs and whatnot, and considering the other person. So I think this is about being prideful or proud and stubborn. And right now, you are very much able to take care of yourself, and you are self-sufficient. And there's a sense that you quite like it. If you are in a connected relationship, this is that you both learn to be self-sufficient inside the relationship, which isn't always a bad thing, but you can kind of start to lose that connection or passion for each other. I think that might be because there's a real need and a drive to become secure, as far as working together as a couple. It could also be that security is really important. So both of you that's what you value in the relationship, is feeling comfortable and content and secure with material resources. So that might have taken on a life of its own, and that's what the relationship has become, is just really working for that solid, stable future, which isn't a bad thing. It just might be out of balance a little bit. This could also be on the surface too. Some of you might be dealing with the Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus that might be interfering with the stability of the relationship. Just saying. I think it's about your relationship is predominantly based around providing material, earning and working and providing that stability and security, rather than maybe a strong emotional connection or romantic at this point, okay? Because we value material security more than we would value each other or emotional connection at this point, just saying. So, This speaks to cutting things off or the need for clarity and confusion. And this is about a new beginning, but it's foolhardy. Obviously it's fool, but it's reckless, it's impulsive, it's starting on a new adventure or beginning for the wrong reasons. It's not well thought out, it's reactionary, it's not proactive, it's reactive. Doing what you want, when you want, how you want. The advice for your partner is they need to let things go and move on. They need to not be afraid of change and to be able to let things go, forgive, and move on. Okay? Your lesson is to learn balance and patience and compassion. I think this is tied with this, because all of this right here speaks to being selfish. And if something's not the way you want, you just cut it off, up and leave. And that doesn't work so well in a connected relationship. If it's not about you cutting off and leaving, it's about leaving things unfinished and basically only meeting your own needs. And nothing is worth it as much as what you want, when you want it, how you want it. And you'll start something but abandon it if it just proves to threaten your sense of independence or your just that wanton, wanderlust, free-spirited nature you have. So that's awesome if you're by yourself. It doesn't work so well in a relationship. Okay, so we've got somebody that's very independent here, and we've got somebody that's would like more connection and bottles up all the hurt, keeps score, and then is afraid to make that change, afraid to say what they want. They don't say anything. So we've got this relationship that's built on security, yet both of you might feel like it's not secure enough. And it's really because you're wanting that emotional connection. You don't know how to say that, so we just work. We just contribute, we buy, we consume. We provide materially, but we don't know how to do that emotionally for each other. Again, though, this could be an earth sign that might be interfering. I think it's more about the energy, though, is to have a feeling that things are as they should be and feeling secure and having that, discipline and optimism about your future, the stability of your future. So yours is balance and compassion. That's what your lesson with this person is to learn, your lesson to learn with this person. And your partner's lesson is they need to be able to let things go, to not be so controlling. This is someone that is able to produce and do great things, but this is someone that can end up being very manipulative and self-serving. So they need to get over that narcissistic default that they have, that's what they go to when their needs are not being met, when they're feeling emotional, when they're not getting their needs met. They go into control manipulation mode, and they need to not, because that's not good for a relationship. And isn't it funny how, we've got somebody that's very free-spirited and independent and doesn't want anything to threaten that sense of independence or being able to do what they want to do. And we've got someone that's very controlling, that doesn't like change, that doesn't like not knowing what's happening, and that keeps score and can't forget. So we've got a free spirit and a controlling person. It's always a balance, right? This is the outcome right here. So we got the Four of Cups reversed. So I think this is saying, it could, to me, how this speaks to me is that it has the potential for working out, but unless somebody gets off their high horse and lets go of and both of you are being stubborn. It's not just you, but this, as it turns out after reading this, it's about the relationship. There's a lot of stubbornness, a lot of stubbornness, and a lot of someone thinking that they're right, and we get kind of entrenched in that, and we lose our compassion, we lose our sense, our moral compass, so to speak, and it's just all about being right. And we don't speak with love or compassion. We don't marshal those two forces. We don't have balance between the humanity and the animus. Greed takes over in one way or another, right? Greed for my own time, greed for material things, greed for control. It takes over. Spending some quality time together to maybe light that spark again or reconnect, always a good idea. Because right now it's kind of like you're both happy to have the security. Even if you are separate, this is still very independent. So if you are still together, you're separate while in a committed relationship or seemingly committed. But it seems like there might be some regrets, but this is maybe feeling like there's a missed opportunity, but there's not much being done about it. This is a very, this type of attitude right here, as far as, nothing is working out. Oh, well, I'm just going to this and that. That kind of like, well, I'm just going to do whatever, yeah, I'm bummed, but it's very fitting for this because this speaks to being selfish. Just saying. All right, don't hate me. Don't get mad, Leo. Don't get mad at me. Just pointing stuff out. Okay. I don't know who said it, but one of the best comments I read one time, I just thought it was so cool, is he's like, it's a walk in the park. It was a man, I can't remember who it was, but he said, don't sweat it. It's a walk in the park for us Leos. We're good. I thought, oh, thank God, because I'm sitting here practically ready to cry, like, oh my gosh, this is terrible. And he just said, take it in stride. I thought, all right, well, because I react emotionally to things first. So it's nice to have that balance, which I often don't. Damara, guiding children. You are good at helping, counseling, and healing children. Oh, use your skills to help children now. Wow. In this sense, for this reading, it speaks to our inner past traumas and hurts, often referred to as our inner child and what they want and how they're trying to grapple and heal emotional stuff from the past. So in this sense, obviously, this could speak to you being very good parents and you wanting to provide security for them if you have children involved. If not, this is talking about getting in touch with this right here, all of this right here, the lessons we need to learn and the advice, looking at why it is expressing itself in a negative way and healing those past hurts, or looking at what we truly want and being able to express that in a safe and committed relationship. And that is way oversimplifying it, but point being, if you're with the right person, conversations like that are able to happen because there is that safety and you feel comfortable being vulnerable. Meditation speaks to taking time out to think things over. Doubling down on this right here is going inward and doing some of that, I know it sounds hokey, but that inner child work, or at least taking a look at past issues and hurts that have, again, surfaced and caused us to express our needs and desires in negative ways. Just saying, no, I'm not a therapist. No, I'm not a counselor. Just very well read. I've lived and I've seen some ish. Blind faith, following things blindly, keep turning a blind eye to our beliefs, tripling down on the fact that we need to go inward and we need to look at what is causing this controlling, scorekeeping behavior and what is making us proud and just wanting a knee-jerk reaction to leave and take off and shut down, rather than have somebody, as we perceive, threaten our security or our sense of freedom. So taking a look at going inward and examining those long-held beliefs that we've had for a long time to figure our ish out. Okay, so Leo, that's what I have for you. This is like at a standstill. as far as a reason, a season, or a lifetime, that it seems like this person has been in your life at least for quite some time, and it's a significant relationship. And it just speaks to things being at a standstill, and maybe this is the gateway, that coupled with the soul searching and starting to do some, healing work for yourself for those past issues, and starting to open up and spend some time with each other might be what turns this around from this being kind of aloof and meh, oh well, to okay, I'm now thinking about things, and I would like to reconnect and start working on us. Just saying. It is always a choice, isn't it? Okay, I hope this was helpful. Hope you don't mind me getting a little sassy. It's a walk in the park, right? Okay, I hope to see you in the next reading. Thank you again for stopping by. Take care.